Joining us now with his reaction, Republican Congressman Mike Kelly of Pennsylvania. Congressman, good to have you with us this morning.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Good to be with you.
Long couple of days. We know the Senate a couple times has rejected some of these attempts to delay the mandate or repeal the tax. Harry Reid says they're spinning their wheels. Do you agree? And if so, how long will the House continue to do that?
Well, I think when you talk about spinning your wheels, it's very difficult to sit down and compromise when somebody else won't join in the conversation. I think the House has done the responsible thing, and it really comes down to what's fair here. What is fair? Why do we have these carve-outs? Why do we have these exclusive breaks for certain people and not for all America? I just think the House of Representatives represents the people. If we can't come forward and meet and do something that's fair for every single American and not just special ones like big business, but not the individual. We're asking for the Senate to sit down with, let's do what's fair for the people who sent us here to represent them. I think that's so basic, that's so American. I'm trying to understand is what part of that don't they get?
Obviously, some more moderate GOP members, I'm thinking of a John McCain, are apparently trying to tell the right wing of the party, look, guys, he's not going to repeal the ACA. There needs to be a different path. Are you willing? Are you just going to go head-to-head with that argument?
Well, listen, I'm willing to hear what everybody has to say, but I got to tell you this. The president has said many times, I am willing to sit down with anybody that would come forward and have a great idea, except Republicans. There's no Republican idea that he will accept. The Senate won't accept any Republican idea. And it comes again back to, is it fair for the American people? Now, I don't know what options are left to us. We'll see as the day goes on. But my goodness, if we can't come to an agreement that we all represent the American people, this is not about an agenda or a Democrat agenda. This is about the American people suffering right now and overwhelmingly looking at this new law and saying it just doesn't make sense right now. I don't think we're ready for it. We've asked them to hold back. We've given them so many different options. These are common sense things that they've already agreed to. The medical device tax, they already agreed to it. All of these different things in the Senate were very strong. Now, there's strong party lines, and my question is, why is it that Republicans, and Republicans only, are being looked at as they're the guys that don't want to do the right thing for America? My goodness, that's exactly what we're trying to do. Yes,
would you be willing to forego your salary for the extent of the period that non-essential government workers have to forego theirs?
Yes, you know what? I will do what's fair. I will do what's fair. If we're asking some of our people to take a cut, I'm fine with that. You can hold my salary. Why wouldn't you? I want it to be fair across the board. I'm not saying, hey, pay me, but don't pay them. That's not the way we work. They're not getting paid. I have no problem with that.
Congressman, there are those who would say this fight already took place years ago. The ACA was passed 3 years ago. It was upheld by the Supreme Court in a bitterly contested decision. And there was an election in 2012 in which the Democrats won a majority of the popular vote. Why are you tying a government shutdown to legislation that already had been decided?
Okay, first of all, when Judge Roberts gave his final decision, he said we cannot prevent to pass bad laws. There are certain things we have in our toolbox to make sure that when a bad law is out there, why do we have to say, well, no, wait a minute, that's the law. The president has already decided the parts of the law don't matter to him. Now, the other part, you come down to these things, when that was passed, were 219 affirmatives, all from the Democratic side. There were 212 no's on that. 34 of those no's were Democrats. They didn't like the process at that time either. So it's not like we have this overwhelming thing of, oh, right, we were reelected. We were reelected, too. The American people also reelected Republicans to run the House of Representatives. So there's no clear mandate out there that the president got reelected just because of the health care bill. My goodness, you have the information in front of you. Look at every single poll, and you'll find out there's hardly any poll that's less than double digits where the American people say, we don't like this law. It's cumbersome. We don't understand it, and we need to hold up on it. All we asked for was a delay, guys, that we asked it for a delay to let the dust settle. Let's find out what it is about this law that's not ready. It's not ready today. Well, so why force it down the people's throats?
What is happening today is, of course, the shutdown. You have the interesting experience of being not just a congressman, but a business owner, a big auto dealership in Butler. Do you think you're going to see some ancillary effect on your own business as a result of the shutdown?
Well, I don't know about that, but I do. From running a business, there is priorities, and you always establish what your priorities are. Now, keep in mind, these are non-essential jobs that we're talking about. The government is open today. The government is not shut down. If you're worried about your Social Security check, you're going to get it. Or if you have a son or a daughter in the military in uniform who are taking this country, they're just still going to get paid. Medicare, Medicaid, all those are taken care of. If you want to fly, don't worry. The airports are open. The air traffic controllers are up in their offices. The TSA people are there. So what did get shut down? What the executive body decides is a non-essential jobs. When I ran my own business, I had to make decisions based on what was best for the people that I serve, and that's my customers. So we always had cutbacks in tough times, but we rebounded from it, and we always did something that made sense for the people we serve. My goodness, isn't that what it's about?
Congressman, we got to go, but I want to ask you, the debt ceiling fight is a couple of weeks away. I mean, you're fighting this one. That one is also seems to be attached to opposition to Obamacare. You're going to fight that as well?
Well, I think we should. I mean, my goodness, we're talking about what's a law? The debt ceiling's a law. Raising the law, we would have to go against what the law currently says in the books and raise it. We better be doggone sure that when we do this, that we're doing the right thing for the American people, not just today and not just for the next election. How about the way the government's supposed to work and the way we're supposed to represent? This is not a Republican agenda for me, guys. This is what the people of the United States expect us to do. If we can't have these heavy debates, why in the heck are we here? I'm not going to just go along to get along. I'm going to do what's best for the people that sent me. That's my job.
I think that's what a lot of congressmen on your side are arguing today. Mr. Kelly, Congressman Mike Kelly of Pennsylvania, thanks for your time.
Thank you.